Hi, in this video I want to talk to you about the top 3 dangers of soy and why you should absolutely never give it to infants and young children. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, many people consume soy. Many people have heard for years that soy is a health food. It's so controversial. Let's talk about the details here and a lot of the information that's available to understand how bad this actually can be. Much of this comes from the Soy Alert from the Weston A. Price Foundation. This foundation has been around for decades, research throughout the world and understanding how different things affect different cultures. Let's see how this works. All right, number 1, soy is very estrogenic. What does that mean? It actually means that it mimics the hormone estrogen in the body. And that can ultimately increase the risk of breast and thyroid cancers when consumed in large amounts, inhibit thyroid function, may decrease fertility in women and in men, and lower testosterone levels in men, and actually contribute to a condition known as gynecomastia, which is the development of breast tissue. All right, number 2, GMO. We all understand that GMO is not a good thing. We're always looking for non-GMO foods, but ultimately 93% of soy in the market is genetically modified, and this affects digestive disorders. The microflora, the good bacteria in the gut gets out of balance, contributes to leaky gut syndrome. A lot of bad things here, folks. Very inflammatory. Inflammation is the root of many, if not all, diseases, and GMO foods are very inflammatory. Immune dysfunction and allergies. So ultimately, if you want a strong immune system, don't be consuming GMO foods, don't be consuming soy. Tons of allergies come about from this as well because of the damage to the gut. And then lastly, anti-nutrient effect. So there's certain components in this, unless these components are reduced by fermentation. So we'll talk about that briefly in a moment. But phytic acid is one of the compounds found in soy in large amounts, and that inhibits absorption of many different minerals: calcium, magnesium, iron, copper, zinc. So that's a huge thing. All those minerals are crucial for so many body functions. If you're inhibiting absorption of that, that's a bad thing. And many people don't even consume enough, let alone inhibiting absorption of that. So you definitely want to avoid that, and it may contribute to stunted growth in children. So another reason why children shouldn't be consuming this. So sources to avoid. So it's in so many things: soy milk, protein drinks, protein bars, salad dressings, diet foods, vegetarian burgers. Almost all of them have soy in it. Many packaged foods, soups and broths. If you're not looking for these ingredients, folks, you're going to realize that you're missing this even if you don't think you're consuming soy. Look at the back and it says contains soy. Many baked goods, okay, so it's an ingredient in there, a lot of soybean oil. However, infant formulas is one of the absolute worst things, okay, that contains soy. Soy-based formulas are the absolute worst. Here's something I really want you to understand and focus on this. Babies fed, and this is from the Soy Alert, the article that I spoke of. Babies fed soy-based formulas have 13,000 to 22,000 times more estrogen compounds in their blood than babies fed milk-based formula. 13 to 22,000 times more. That's awful. They shouldn't have much at all. Especially boys should have very low levels. Young girls shouldn't have much of this because increased levels definitely contributes to increased risk of cancers and things like that. So infants exclusively fed soy formula receive the estrogenic equivalent of at least 5 birth control pills per day. That is huge. 1 birth control pill per day is huge. Any birth control pills per day for a child is awful. Definitely avoid this. If you're using this, I recommend please get rid of it immediately. Find an alternative. If they have allergies and soy is the only thing they seem to tolerate, please look for some alternative. It's very bad stuff, folks. Never give it to infants. All right, so what to do? Avoid it as much as possible, little to no soy. If you're going to have it, please don't give any to infants and young children, like I said. And if you're going to, organic and fermented only. There's something about the fermentation process and the organic process, at least it won't be GMO. The fermentation process helps with that phytic acid I spoke of. Miso, tempeh, natto, and we're going to talk about natto in a future video. Soy sauce, some of those can be better, but very small amounts of it, and I prefer I just encourage none of my patients to use this at all. And organic soybean lecithin, if you're going to have this may fall in a different category. Soybean lecithin has some other benefits that come along with it, and it doesn't have that phytic acid compounds to the same degree, and definitely very little of the other elements because of being organic. So long story short, avoid the soy, find alternatives, share this with friends and family, never give it to infants. And I hope this was helpful. It was really an information resource that I expanded my knowledge base on. I hope it helped you as well. We'll look forward to seeing you in a future video. Have a great day.